The wrestling world is still buzzing after an incredible weekend, and we are diving straight into the chaos. First up, the merchandise sensation Danhausen has taken over, with fanatics reporting they were completely blown away by his record-breaking sales numbers at WrestleMania 42. He was so popular that his gear required multiple restocks throughout the weekend, and now he is officially being fast-tracked for a major appearance at Fanatics Fest in New York City this July.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Next, we have a major shakeup in the main event scene as the reason behind Pat McAfee stepping away from his WWE WrestleMania 42 plans has finally come to light. Reports confirm that Pat McAfee chose to opt out of his high-profile storyline following the intense fan criticism surrounding his involvement, which ultimately led to the cancellation of his planned tag team match with Randy Orton against Cody Rhodes and Jelly Roll at Backlash. It was not just the stars on screen that made noise, as we have learned some fascinating behind-the-scenes details regarding the talent brought into Las Vegas for WrestleMania 42. While they were waiting in the wings, several notable indie wrestlers including Emily J. Rod, Blair Onyx, Brittany Brooks, and Nixie XS were held as extra talent but did not make it onto the final broadcast. Even though they remained off-camera, these athletes stayed busy all weekend long by showcasing their skills at various independent wrestling events across the city. Finally, all eyes are on tonight as WWE SmackDown rolls into Fort Worth for the high-stakes fallout from WrestleMania 42. With Rhea Ripley arriving as the new women's champion, Cody Rhodes dealing with a brutal eye injury after that savage attack from Randy Orton, and Trick Williams looking to kick off his United States Championship reign, this show is going to be massive. If you want to stay on top of every development on the road to Backlash, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Ever wondered what it takes to become a genuine merchandise juggernaut in the world of professional wrestling? Well, look no further than Danhausen, because the numbers from WrestleMania 42 are absolutely staggering. According to the latest reports from WrestleVotes Radio on Fightful Select, the powers that be at Fanatics were completely blindsided, in the best way possible, by the sheer volume of Danhausen merch flying off the shelves. It got so intense that they had to trigger multiple restocks throughout the weekend just to keep up with the demand. This isn't just a fluke, either. It's a direct continuation of the momentum we saw back in February after his debut at Elimination Chamber in Chicago. WWE was reportedly pleasantly surprised then, but after his Sunday night appearance alongside legends like John Cena and The Miz, it's clear that Danhausen has cemented his status as a top-tier attraction. With rumors swirling that he's about to be added to the official Fanatics Fest lineup in New York City this July, it's safe to say his influence is only growing. If you're a fan, keep an eye on those autograph and photo-op tickets going live on April 24th. Are you surprised by how quickly he's taken over the merch game, or did you see this cult-like following coming all along? Let me know your take in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more wrestling updates. At the end of the day, it just goes to show that in this business, personality, and a little bit of very nice, very evil energy is the ultimate currency. Ever wonder what happens when the internet finally gets what it wants? Well, pull up a chair, because Pat McAfee just pulled the plug on his own WWE storyline, and the ripple effects are changing everything. For weeks, fans have been loud and clear. They were absolutely over the celebrity involvement in the undisputed WWE Championship scene. And in a rare twist of fate, it sounds like the powers that be, and the talent themselves, were actually listening. According to Dave Meltzer, the high-profile tag match slated for Backlash, featuring Randy Orton and Pat McAfee versus Cody Rhodes and Jelly Roll, has been officially scrapped, and the reason is as simple as it is surprising. Pat McAfee just walked away. After a confusing finish at WrestleMania 42 where Randy Orton turned on him, McAfee promised he'd hang up his boots if Orton lost, and he's actually sticking to it. But beyond the promises, the real story here is the pressure. Meltzer reports that both McAfee and Jelly Roll were keenly aware of the massive backlash surrounding their presence in the ring, and they chose to bow out rather than force a narrative the fans clearly didn't want. Jelly Roll even doubled down on his vlog, suggesting it's time for both of them to return to their day jobs and leave the squared circle to the full-time athletes. It's a fascinating moment of self-awareness in an industry that rarely stops for criticism. Does this set a precedent for other celebrities, or is this just a one-off realization? Drop a comment below and let me know if you think WWE should keep the celebrities out of the main event picture for good. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more industry insights. After all, in the world of wrestling, the drama off-screen is often just as wild as what happens inside the ropes. Ever wonder what happens behind the curtain when the biggest show on Earth takes over Las Vegas? We all saw the pyro, the shocks, and the title changes at WrestleMania 42. But there is a hidden story of the stars who were right there in the building, suited up and ready to go, yet never got the call. It is a reality of the business that fans rarely see. WWE keeps a secret roster of talent on standby, waiting in the wings just in case an emergency hits or a last-minute segment needs a boost. Recent reports from Fightful Select have shed light on a handful of independent standouts like Emily J-Rod, Blair Onyx, Brittany Brooks, and Nixie XS, all of whom were backstage in Vegas waiting for their moment under the bright lights. While it might sound like a missed opportunity to sit on the bench during the Super Bowl of wrestling, these athletes were far from idle. In fact, they turned the weekend into a massive networking and performance marathon, popping up at events like Stranglemania, GCW's Immortal Cluster Fasterisk, and even Stardom's American Dream. It really highlights the hustle required to break into the big leagues. Beyond the TV screen, WWE brought in even more names to anchor the fan-focused WWE World events, proving that your value to the company isn't always measured by screen time alone. Being invited into that ecosystem, even just as an extra, is a massive foot in the door. It makes you wonder, who among these hungry performers will be the one to steal the show at next year's event? If you enjoyed this peek behind the velvet ropes, smash that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of wrestling. Remember, in this industry, the biggest stories are often the ones you never see on camera. The dust has finally settled on WrestleMania 42, but for the blue brand, the chaos is only just beginning. Welcome to the first Friday night SmackDown post-WrestleMania, live from Fort Worth, Texas. If you thought the spectacle in Las Vegas was the peak, think again. Tonight is all about the fallout, the new champions, and the wreckage left behind. Let's start with the elephant in the room, Cody Rhodes. The undisputed WWE champion walked out of Vegas with his title, but he left his health on the canvas. Between a brutal eye injury and Randy Orton's sadistic post-match punt kick, the American Nightmare is not exactly in fighting shape. Orton didn't just lose the match, he set a target on Cody's back that's burning hotter than ever. Will we see a wounded champion tonight? Or is this where the Viper officially begins his path to a 15th world title? Then there's the powerhouse arrival of the new WWE Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley. After dismantling Jade Cargill, the Eradicator has arrived on SmackDown, and the division is officially on notice. With names like Tiffany Stratton circling like sharks, the throne is far from comfortable. Meanwhile, Trick Williams is bringing a new energy to the United States Championship. After his massive win with Lil Yachty by his side, the question isn't just who wants the gold, it's who can actually handle the momentum of the trick shot. We also need to talk about Jacob Fatu. He destroyed Drew McIntyre at Mania and immediately set his sights on Roman Reigns. While that feud might have raw roots, Fatu is a SmackDown superstar, and he's going to be looking to make his presence felt in a major way. And let's not forget the internal combustion happening within the MFT. Solo Sikoa and the rest of the crew are looking more volatile than ever. Now, here is the reality of post-WrestleMania WWE. Don't expect a neatly mapped-out card. The creative team keeps these shows intentionally unpredictable to reset the landscape. That's why you won't see a rigid schedule released days in advance. Tonight is designed for surprises, debuts, and the launch of new stories that will carry us all the way to Backlash on May 9th. Make sure you're tuned in at 8:00 p.m. Eastern on USA Network, or check your local listings for the international start times. The road to Backlash starts right now in Fort Worth. Who do you think steps up to challenge Rhea Ripley first? And is Cody Rhodes actually safe from Randy Orton tonight? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for all your post-WrestleMania updates. The landscape has changed. Are you ready to see who survives the fallout?